Okay. You know how you use a system and then you try to make sure. Okay. Now we're set up. So let's see. A little a little behind 5 minutes, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. How y'all doing? This is Ray of rebelears.com for the brief rundown that comes out every Monday in the afternoon. For those who want to join the newsletter, the link is in the description for those who want to join the brief rundown. So the brief rundown is the email newsletter that comes out, like I said, every Monday. We talk about three things. The brief rundown is the setup of what we discussed last week, what's going on this week. Gear of the week, which we're talking about apps I'm using, AI, or even production-wise. And then the last part is create with strategy. These are, when it comes to the live stream, I try to show a little implementation of what I use from. Today, we're going to talk a little about Opus Clip and Todoist. This is going to be a short episode, probably 25 minutes, because at 1 p.m. today, I have a call with Agent Opus. And Agent Opus is the affiliate of Opus Clip. You should try Opus Clip. It'll be a link in the description to turn your long form content into short form, which is what I use daily, because when it comes to a few of the main apps that I use weekly, because there are some I use daily, but weekly, I use Opus Clip, I use Todoist daily, but when it comes to scheduling, I use Hookle and two more other apps that I'll talk about later on. But I want to see what's the temperature of the room today. It is Monday. Well, the email came out Monday. Today is Friday. I did a 10-minute run today, which was 1.1 mile, because I'm getting ready for a half marathon in July. But I want to know how everybody's doing. Like I said, I'm doing great, breathing in amazing shape. Shout out to Crown Me. This episode is sponsored by Crown Me. Shout out to King Fresh for the fit. This is last year's edition. I know he just created a video not too long ago on his IG stories on the new updates of the gear for the year. So I'm excited for that. But this episode is also sponsored by Hookle, Opus Clip, and Todoist. These are the main three apps that I use on a weekly basis, because it can get nerve-wracking trying to build a structure, trying to stay consistent, trying to stay ahead of it, not to get overwhelmed by social media, which is very easy to do. That's why, for those who don't know, before the end of the first quarter, I'm coming out with my ebook, Tangible Structure. And this is the book that I started doing the rough draft last year from the experience I had with Priority Beats. Shout out to DP and AP going to their hit house at Loud House Studios. Shout out to Loud House Studios. I learned a lot from watching Looney Tunes, who's a Grammy-nominated, Grammy Award-winning producer. Let me get that right. Who is there creating some hits. I also saw multi-platinum songwriter Kia Shines, shout out to Kia Shines, and multi-instrumentalist Ashley, who was on tour with a lot of legends. She was just doing the vocal instrumentation for the 2026 New Year with B.O.B. Yeah, so if y'all haven't checked it out, it was amazing. So, like I said, shout out to DP and AP for that, because it helped me to understand. A lot of people talk about they can run a session, but if you have multiple rooms and multiple creatives who are solidified in the industry, you can get overwhelmed. But one thing I learned about that was having a system in place, which is a reason why I made this book. Another reason why I made this book, because in July, I'm getting ready to do a half marathon. Last year, I did my first 10K and 5K. The 5K, I was in second place in Union City. So that was an exciting feat. For those who want to find a way to make money while walking or running, there's a link in the description called Cashwalk. This app I've been using for years. This is the gear of the week, actually. So Cashwalk is consistent on my morning habits, my afternoon habits, just walking. A good example, if you walk 20,000 steps a day, you could get 200 credits. When you get up to 3,000 credits, you can get a $5 gift card. So the way that I have used that, I use, let me see, probably 3 or 4 months of just walking, collecting a gift card to pay a whole year subscription of Todoist. So that's showing a way of using apps to benefit you, especially health-wise, because I'm trying to get ready for the half marathon. So how can I encourage myself? I can encourage myself with a structure, creating this ebook to help me to stay consistent. That's one. And also, when I'm running, I want to make money too. Little ways, compound interest. So like I said, if you want that link, it will be in the description. So let's go ahead and let me see. That is funny. Sorry. So I'm looking at two. Okay, it fixed. All right. So it is 12:41. So we still got 19 more minutes before I get off this live. But what I do want to show is Opus Clip, because like I said, at 1 o'clock, I am going to have a interview. Well, not an interview, a call with Agent Opus. I'll show a little of Agent Opus, but I do know right after this live, I had set it up with Opus Clip that it'll automatically upload into Opus Clip and then turn my long form into short form. So let's go ahead and get into Opus Clip. So we're going to go to, let me see. Okay, this was the last live that was, I think, 2 weeks ago. So why structure is beating motivation. So when we click on this, it's going to open up a list of all of my past. Well, this was one long form that turned into short form. So as you can see, what's the number? I have 40 short clips that was made from uploaded from a live stream. So this live stream like going to be like 25, 26 minutes. I could probably get at least 12, 13 short clips from this, because the last live stream I did was a whole hour. So the first video we're going to watch real quick. But one thing I like about Opus Clip, shout out to Opus Clip, is you can, of course, look, the first one, I'll just click on it, transform your long videos into viral TikTok instantly. So Opus Clip, get 10 shorts from one video. And this, letting y'all know, this is the one that I didn't release yet. I might do this next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe. But I'm going to go ahead and let it play so y'all can see exactly. I'm going to look it up. Of course, you get free credits to use it. I would recommend it for anybody who's trying to expand on their content, doing a 20-minute video and it uploads straight into Opus Clip, and it turns into 9, 10 short clips that you can use for your content on TikTok, social media, Instagram, whatever. That's how my structure is formatted. So email, live, clips, and then my community. Because anytime I upload a video on YouTube, anytime I go live, anytime I post on different social media platforms, it's automatically uploaded into my community in the Discord. That's where I'm putting a lot of my focus, my effort, my time. I'm gonna look it up. Of course, you get. Okay. So I got to update how it's going to end, but that's a good example of just going live, talking naturally, and just uploading and seeing what comes out of it. So just so we can get a little more in depth so y'all can see the structure of how it's done. So when I hit edit clip, as you can see, I had the video right here. So I got to update the background. So this is the one, add to timeline. You know what? We're not even going to focus on that. We don't want to mess this up. So on the left side, as you can see, we have the transcript. So what I like about this, of course, if you want, okay, if I want to edit the word I'm or apply, if I want to take out this let's see. Free credits to you. So let's see how it sounds if I take this out. Let me see. So is a filler word, because as soon as I click it, filler word, and I can take that out. Let's see how it sounds now. Free credits to use it. I would look it up. Of course, you get free credits. And if you want to get in depth with Opus Clip, you can zoom in. And let me see. You get free credits. And let's say you bring it down a little.
Give free credit.
Is it this one? Let's see. Because sometimes you got to do some surgery. That's why I like to call it when I learned in SAE, when it comes to EQing, you want to do like cuts, boosts. It's kind of like surgery because you're trying to get very technical and detailed on what you want.
Once you give free credits to use it, I would recommend it for anybody who's trying to expand on their content, doing.
Okay, so that's a good start. As you can see,
A
20-minute caption in. You can update the caption on, let's see, 20 minutes. Let's say we want to type it in and say 20, right? And then when I hit apply,
30-minute video.
you see, it was just saying if you want to look through the transcript and there's something that you didn't say, or you might be interviewing somebody and it's not correct, you can upload this and make it convenient. So, oh yeah, how you satisfied with the upload media feature? Yes, give it a 5. All right. So this is something so simple that, okay, let me just take the upload off. So this is the video in itself. Now, if I wanted to make it a fill, right? Let's see.
And it uploads.
So the reason why I had it in the fit format, because the fill, of course, it takes up the whole screen. It's a little blurry. And then, one thing I can do, okay, I can't really zoom out. But what I can do, there's this feature that I like called tracker. So, bam, I track my face. It doesn't take that long to really, okay, you saw that instantly. So I click track. It's going to take some time to update to make sure that while I'm moving in Opus Clip, it is following my movement. So that's less time for me to do editing. I like to have my system automated, so it makes it very convenient using Opus Clip. But while it is doing the subject tracking, I'm going to go ahead and talk a little about my structure for 2026. Okay, so this is how I'm moving all year. Of course, Monday, we're going to have the brief rundown. Next Wednesday, we might do the strategy session or going live. So talking more into the brief rundown. Of course, Opus Clip, we're going to have that structure for short form content. Todoist is what I use daily to help me to stay ahead. Let me see why. Is it really still 3%? I don't know if while I'm live, it is going slow. But it doesn't matter. While it's doing that, let me go ahead and bring up my screen. There we go. And then just letting y'all know, it's going to be a whole lot better when it goes from back and forth, because for some reason, my Stream Deck doesn't want to work today. But, can't let little things like that stop us. And soon as I bring the screen down, it finishes. So, okay, let's click apply, override previous layout. So let's play it and see how it looks.
Straight into Opus Clip, and it turns into 9-10 short clips that you can use for your content.
So one thing I noticed instantly
Turns
when I move my
into,
hand, where is it?
and it uploads straight into.
So you see that part where it's focused on my hands. I do not like that. So what I'm going to do, manual subtract. So let's see if I can just focus. Okay. It's still, nope. Ooh. So I'm just doing too much. So cancel, pick the subject. So let me see if I can just focus on the face. I'm trying to remember if that was a feature, if you just circle around. No. Select. Okay, so we'll try to have instead, because I guess it needs a recognition, a facial recognition, and I guess they had from last time will help. So I'm thinking, what can I do with Todoist? Because I got the year plan, and I do know with the way that I have it set up because I'm using it with Priority Beats. I'm using it with Dawn Talk Listen, and of course with Rebel Ears. So let's see on how I can have that opened up for y'all to show y'all a little of it before we get off this live and get ready for, well, I get ready for the call with Agent Opus. But just letting y'all know, YL will be going live on YouTube tomorrow when it comes to Pro Tools. I don't know exactly what he's going to be talking about with Pro Tools. I'm actually excited myself. I also told him that I was going to start going live using Luna again or making videos. I don't have to go live with Luna, but we'll see. So let's see how this comes out. Okay, yes, it's going to overwrite.
Opus clip, and it turns into 9, 10 short clips that you can use for your.
Now, if you seeing the Opus clip get 10 short, get 10 short from one video, I thought it said form for a second, but let me see. The best way I could do this would be zoom in and then bringing this down to maybe 6 seconds. So it'll start off.
Look it up. Of course, you get free credits to use it. I would recommend it for anybody who's trying to expand on their content, doing a 20-minute video and it uploads straight into Opus Clip, and it turns in.
Okay, so that's a whole lot better from when I was putting my hands out and it was following my arms. So now it's following my hat, which is more convenient for me to stay consistent. So let me see what I can show y'all. Okay, so this is what I can show y'all. And this is something that I'm doing at the moment. So let me pop this. But for those who want to get Opus Clip, which I would recommend, the link is in the description. Okay, now we got Todoist. Now, Todoist is the app that I use on a daily basis when it comes to, now, this is not my personal Todoist. This is, let me see, okay, I'm pointing this way. All right, so in Todoist, this is what I use for Rebel Ears, not personal. This is for the business. So I can have it displayed as a list, board, or calendar. Since I have, what do you mean the free trial? I got that. Hold on. This is funny. So you know how you just find things and you just like, really? Setting. Let me bring this over. Subscription. Yeah, your subscription, man. About yep. So you see, I got the pro plan. That's funny. So okay, let me close this out and seeing calendar. Profile. Oh, okay. So I guess when it comes to the let me see. So if I have this, okay, so it'll show the calendar for my personal, but when it comes to the project, you gotta get the business account, which at the moment we don't need, but we're gonna go ahead. This is something new I learned. I love learning things like that. So, okay, we're gonna go to the board because this is the way that I like to structure. I like to see it from left to right. So of course, the brief rundown. Last week we didn't go live. It was supposed to be on January 2nd, but that's when I was deleting a lot of stuff from last year. Over, let me see, I guess 15,000 emails, purging my phone, purging my hard drives. And okay, so for the brief rundown, which was today, I could click that off. So next Wednesday from 1 to 2, let me see, upload Google Drive shorts from Agent Opus, access to TikTok, promote live, experiment, interact. Okay, think of giveaways for the Discord. So this is good. I like this. So this is something, let me see how I want to do this. Because I got a few books up here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have y'all vote on a few books. I'm gonna just randomly bring to the screen, and y'all let me know which one I should put up. Okay, let me see. So we'll start off with these 5 books for 2026, right? So Let me go ahead and bring up the screen all the way so y'all can see. And then for those who's watching, I want y'all to vote which book y'all would like into the giveaway. Because the way we're going to do it, I'm going to set it up for this week. We're going to do the giveaway for, let me see, the next live on Wednesday. So a few books. Let me switch this out for a better copy. Where is it? Jordan B. Peterson's 12 Rules of Life. An amazing book. It should be up here somewhere. Here we go. Yeah, this is a better copy. So we got Jordan B. Peterson, 12 Rules of Life. We got that. Okay. We got Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman. An amazing book. Leaders Eat Last by Simon Sinek. We got Blue Ocean Strategy. Shout out to Johnny Yates for this. Who's the author again? W. Chan Kim. Because this had multiple, it don't have multiple authors. Oh yeah, actually it does. That's why. Okay, it has 2 authors. It's an amazing book if you're trying to be an entrepreneur of your own business. And then the last one, The Celestine Prophecy by James Redfield. So these are going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. I need y'all to put into the comments which book I should put for the first giveaway of 2026. So this is going to be my giveaway. I'm gonna put YL on blast. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I don't know what he's gonna do for his giveaway, but it should be something nice. But let's go ahead and get back to the live. So with that being said, think of giveaway. I can cross that off into Todoist right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that for the last 3 minutes. All right. I want to tell everybody thank you for watching this live. It was 21 minutes. Not bad. Not bad. I'm actually excited for the structure of things that we got going on. And I just want to tell everybody, thank you for watching the live as we are getting ready for the next one tomorrow with YL. And then we're doing the first episode of the Rebel Ears Podcast 2026. YL and I are going to be talking about threads, going to talk about some ideas. So y'all tune in. For everybody listening and watching, just want to tell y'all thank you for watching. Keep tuning in.